Bird.
Okay.
That's good.
Okay, Liberty. I think.
Okay. Now I'd like to
Are
address.
you still up here, Liberty?
Bird. You keep telling everybody what I said was wrong. I think what I said to you was, Bird, one of those charges you have going right now is that, and I believe that I've heard from someone, one of those charges was for you molesting a child. And I asked you, was that your child that you had molested?
What was your source for that, Brian? You said allegedly, so it's not allegedly without a source. So what's your source of news?
As a news, and I don't give up on my sources.
Yeah, of course you don't. That's all right. You can take accountability for it, Brian.
It came from a couple of different sources. So that was a question that I asked you.
Hey, Anarchicchic, I would say, like, honestly, I think this is a great time. Like I said, kind of like you did with Sancho. I think, like, if you couldn't just drop, but just me and
okay, Polly,
Brian here. And I think that we can go ahead. Oh, I will. I'll definitely be speaking my piece. But
DFK, I'm going to drop you for a moment. I got to drop for hot gal.
You don't have to do that. Just tell them to shut up. And
or if I'm going to drop you just for a moment to let them talk, because I know that. Well, I don't actually know what's going on with the two of you, but let's at least talk it through. And if we get to the point where it's getting
so can I finish my question?
Then we'll have to split it up.
So am I going to finish my question, or
were you asking the last question? Okay, if you were asking the last question.
No, I said was so recently you've made several lies. You've lied about calling, and these are lies that you have made to your own subscribers, lying about calling my mother, lying about calling my ex-wife, calling my daughter, all these different people you lied about calling. You had someone that night call my wife, and I punked you because I was the one who answered the phone, and you guys were a bunch of stupid idiots about that.
Oh yeah, she didn't answer the phone and then hand it to you or anything. I didn't hear that.
No, absolutely not. So my
all right, Brad. Let me answer that question for you, Brian.
I thought you were going to sit. I thought you were going to sit there and shut up.
I thought I was going to answer your question.
But if you ask, if you
even sit there and shut up,
Brian, if you ask him a question, let him speak.
Question.
Wow, you're triggered. I haven't even said anything.
Shut the fuck up,
Brian. If you ask the question, give him a moment.
Oh my God, will you mute that dumb son of a bitch? Okay.
No.
So the rest of my question is this: since you are already known to be a lying son of a bitch, and most of what you said cannot, I'm not lying. That's factual. That's factual. He's lied about calling my mother. He lied about calling my ex-wife. He's lied about calling this one. He's lied about almost.
Let's evaluate that. I'll answer that. I'll answer the question.
Shut the fuck up.
What? You don't want answers?
God, you won't even let me finish my goddamn
question. Anarchicchic.
See, this is
scared of the answers.
Stupid.
Hold on, Brian, wait. Let him answer the question, okay? Let's be fair about this.
So, Brian, when I said that I was going to call your mother, it was just to give you a little shock and awe. The reason that you needed that shock and awe is because you obviously think that the First Amendment allows you to stalk someone and or go outside their household when you're really not welcome. Okay. Now, I could have actually called your mom because I do have her number. That is truth. I chose not to because I think that calling an 85-year-old woman and then informing her the things that I would be informing her of, especially the way that you talk about women and or push these false narratives of pedophilia, and some of the things like what happened with that 12-year-old kid when he was on the stream with you and Josh when he was drunk and all that good stuff, right? So the thing is, though, is that I chose not to because unlike you, Mr. Sessions, I know where the line should stop. And I think that personal attacks on people's family is where it should stop. Now, just like you decided to help out CFW, I decided to call your wife that night. And that's why we made that call to your wife, right? To show you that we do care. We care about your child and your wife's stability, and or if she is in an abusive situation, because you show some very disturbing signs of psychotic fucking narcissism. Okay, and I'm just going to keep it real.
You don't. But
that's my opinion. That's my
fair,
in my
though,
opinion.
You don't, right, but to be fair, you don't have any facts to back that
up. Well, I mean, you know what? I'll tell you what. I'll present some facts on why I believe that way.
Not having the bone and the chicken, and she gets upset. I mean, if those are their kind of problems that they have.
Fair enough. But let's leave that out of it, okay? My comments about calling your ex-wife are actually very valid, because I am going to call your ex-wife. I'm going to get as much information from your ex-wife as I possibly can about her experiences with you. I think it's going to give us the insight that we really need. I think that it's only appropriate also that I call the major and ask your daughter what she thinks about her upbringing, and kind of get an insight. And some of it might be good, Brian, and some of it might be really bad. I'm really interested to find out what I find out, but I wanted to show you what real independent journalism looks like, without taking it the distance of doxing people's children, without taking it to the point of breaking the fucking law and stalking someone outside of their home to get your point across. The First Amendment doesn't give you the right to do what the fuck you want. It doesn't give you the right to break other people's freedoms. Right? At the point that you start violating people's freedoms, you're no better than the tyrant that you supposedly are against. Okay. And that's why I'm happy to show you the lessons that I'm about to show you. And you think that it's going to stop there. I have some other very interesting lessons coming up for you. And I think that, if your heart can actually withstand it, you might get the hint.
Let him, hello? Are you still there? Brian?
What,
Do you have a response? Do you have a response to that?
Did he finish?
You see what I'm saying, Shelley? He's so disrespectful. He's so disrespectful.
I think this is just a show. But Paulie, this is the showcase, right? This is the showcase of what it looks like when Mr. Sessions hears truth, because he can't compete with it. You can't have no news and then push slander and lies, and then when you're confronted on it, you don't have a real rebuttal, right? What was your solution, Brian? To shoot me? What was your solution? To try to sick no name on me because all of a sudden you can't handle your own problems?
Is it my turn?
What was the solution, Brian? To me, idle threats that are worthless, kind of like the news that you provide.
Is it my turn yet?
Yep.
It's my turn. Okay.
Yes.
Mm-hmm. I don't want to point out you haven't answered the question if it was your daughter that was molested, but let's put that aside. Let's just forget
Brian,
about
I've
that.
never had a sexual charge, let alone one against my own child.
Brian, to be fair,
let's put that aside.
But to be fair, let's stop with the pedophilia.
I just said let's put that aside.
Shelley, you nailed it. You nailed it, Shelley. It's an obsession. Why is he deflecting so hard, and why is that his go-to? This is why we're concerned for his daughter, Shelley. This is why we're concerned for Nada.
Oh my God.
This is why we think that it needs to be addressed.
Wake me up.
Brian Sessions virtually cannot stand from exposing himself by the allegations that he places on so many others.
You're saying it seems like a projection.
It's absolutely projection. Otherwise, there wouldn't be fucking 6-7 victims, including Paulie.
I'm saying that it sounds like you're saying that.
Let me tell you something, Shelley. What disturbs me is this. Brian spins this narrative and calls people pedophiles left and right. That is now the virus has gotten to his own panelists where that's what they go to. Like Sticky, I got up here 10 seconds. He calls me a pedophile. I was on Jackie Good Citizen Green's. I'm being serious though. Jackie Good Citizen Green's panel, and Six Banger calls me a pedophile. But it's the virus, and this is how mature he is.
Brian,
well, Paulie,
Brian,
look at his actions.
Brian, it seems like your back is up against the wall, Brian. So, where do we go from here?
I promise you, he doesn't want to back us against the wall because we'll win.
Where do we want to go from here?
Where do we go from here? Do we
interview with the former Sessions?
But you guys are teaming up on Brian, okay?
Very
and I
good
do
job,
realize that.
Who's teaming up?
I understand he's calling people pedophiles, and that's not a fair thing to do.
You're not
I understand that.
What? I thought it was my turn.
He's
What the fuck
handling it
is this
well.
fat bastard? What
I
is this
guess
fat bastard?
No.
You and KY
What
can't
is
deny that
this
this is
fat
happening now.
cocksucker?
I cannot have the name calling. It's
Yeah,
ridiculous.
but bring it back up.
We
But
get
you
nowhere
and KY,
with that bullshit.
you and KY can't deny that this is happening now. So you see what I'm saying? Like now you're getting a little dose of what I'm actually seeing from a bird's eye view. I do urge that you bring it back up.
There's some people in the back, and you guys are not coming to a conclusion at all. It's just pedophile and bitch and asshole and cunt. So let's bring up some other people and get some other opinions, because what we're doing with the two of you is not working.
I don't know. I thought it was. I thought it was working really well. I think it was showing Brian first true colors.
Right, but you're not getting him to apologize any faster.
You know, Shelley, sometimes exposure is better than an apology. I think sometimes people being able to see the truth is way more important than recognition for it.
You gotta shine a light on darkness, Shelley.
So here's my question, Shelley. You couldn't see the truth. Me and Burgess came up here. We didn't call him fucking names, but he did for us.
I didn't when I started either.
And disrespected us.
Actually, I think I brought truth to the table. All I did was ask legitimate questions and discuss the truth, and this is what happened.
Shelley, I had about 20 questions I've been wanting to ask him for 4 months, and he called me a pedophile within seconds.
And not to mention, within seconds, he wouldn't rate to CFW. Oh, it's good to see that you're still alive and stuff. It's just the disrespect left and right.
Which, Shelley, you do know it's against YouTube policies for someone to defame someone and call them something like that, right?
Yeah, I don't appreciate it. I don't know.
And he did it on your channel to sabotage.
I don't know what. I don't understand, Brian. I don't understand why this keeps coming up. There's no proof behind this.
Because
it's kind of the worst thing. It's kind of the worst thing you could say to anybody.
That's why he says it, Shelley. That's why he easy, Polly. That's why he says it, Shelley.
It seems like I'm being the bully or the bitch, but Brian, I'm standing in the middle and seeing this happening. And if you were to say that to me, I could see getting pretty offended by that. I could see getting pretty pissed off about that, Brian.
Hey, I just want you guys to see.
It's not right.
I just want you guys to see my beautiful child that Mr. Sessions wants to accuse of me of molesting. So you know, this is what he's trying to attack.
Adorable.
Shelley, that's real life, man. That's real life.
And you shouldn't be in the middle, Shelley. You should just be away from him. You should just be away from him.
Can you fucking take it back? Can you fucking take it back?
You can't ask someone to apologize.
Brian, can you fucking take this shit back? You cannot say things like that. It's not right.
That cocksucker up there.
No names.
Let me rephrase.
Brian, you're 58 years old. Let's be mature.
Calm down, everybody. My God. My God. Are you gonna shut these people up? Are you going to shut these people up?
Who's saying it? DFK? Are you saying that?
You fucking drop me down and you don't shut these people up? Can you drop him down or I'm leaving? Drop him down or I'm leaving. Bye-bye.
Brian, stop.
All right. See you later.
DFK.
Bye-bye. Bye-bye.
That's it.
Drop him down or I'm out of here.
Don't bully her.
Drop BFK down or I'm out of here.
Don't bully a woman. Don't bully a woman.
I'm not dropping him down, but I did mute him because he can.
See what he did?
Your name for no
see
reason.
What he did, Shelley? He gave you an ultimatum bullying you.
I didn't drop him down.
Nobody should bully you, Shelley. Don't let anybody tell you what to do. All right, Shelley? Don't let anybody bully you or tell you what to do, and that's what he was trying to do just now. I've known him longer than you, Shelley. I know how he ticks, and what he tried to do right now is bully you into doing what he wanted him to do. Bottom line.
Shelley, I'm leaving.
That was a manipulation tactic that he thinks he has on you. Now, does he have that over you, Shelley?
No.
Does he have that same power on you that Josh had?
No one tells her what to do.
No.
Am I right?
If nothing else, I was at least just happy that, Shelley, you get to see what the truth looks like from my perspective tonight. And I hope that you at least rewind your footage, dude, and look in the eyes of my child, dude, to see the fucking person that your fucking buddy's been trying to attack.
It's hard to hear. It's hard to hear everything when I don't know the background. And I'm also
know
in
my
the chat.
background.
But I see what I watch the panels. I'm on the panels, okay? But I don't know every single dynamic that goes on between everybody. But I do know when we start name calling and accusing people, that's not right, Brian.
How about
Well, Shelley, you were
that's
there.
not a mature thing to do.
Driveway. Don't you think that's kind of creepy? I mean, do you want to be associated with someone who does that?
You were there, Shelley, during the whole situation with me, so you know his track record and his pattern of doing this, and you shouldn't be surprised that he's still doing it. You shouldn't.
Brian,
we gotta put a stop to it.
What now, Brian?
I think you're asking the wrong person. It's more about what now, Shelley? What now, KY? What now, everybody that sees things for what they are? What now?
DFK. What did you want to ask Brian?
KY, why don't you look in the private chat? I don't know if you read what I wrote.
He's not here.
I don't see the people who are coming up and defending Brian.
I want to ask Brian
because he's severely outnumbered.
I want to
No,
ask
El Sancho. I'm being serious.
made him run.
They're
You're
not coming
asking
up
while
in
no
his
one's
defense.
defending.
I know
You're
Brian's
asking while
down.
someone's
I
not
know
going to
Brian's
defend
down
someone.
there. Bring him up.
There's no defense for someone calling someone a pedophile.
He's not there right now. Quick
I
quiver.
There's no defense.
Brian the question why he accused Polly of co-signing on panels.
Hi, Quick. How are you?
Avery was doing the same
It's
bullshit,
sticky.
and he never stepped into it.
Is it?
But
What's up?
Is it
he
sticky?
fed into it
Yeah,
and gave
sticky.
more ammo to support that claim. I want to ask him that question.
Sancho, mute your mic.
He's offended on panels other than me. I know I'm not the only one he has offended on panel or has allowed his panel guest to offend. I want to know why he co-signs on that shit. But he's gonna make somebody else try and look bad because he accused Polly Crispy of that because he didn't mute them, didn't drop them down, didn't step up, didn't say nothing, just sat back and let the shit happen, and that was co-signing. So then if that's a bad thing, why does he do it on his panel?
Why are you right? You dropped me and won't drop another for the same reason. I'm out of here. No one was doing what he was doing.
Yeah, but DFK, that didn't make it right for you to overtalk Shelley over and over again when she was telling people to be quiet. They brought him up. She brought him back up to talk to Bird and Polly, and you were up there going, Brian.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
And so you basically ruined the conversation that could have been had.
All right, that was my bad.
Right, but to be fair, you can't really have a conversation.
I agree.
I apologize to you for that.
CFW, I didn't drop you down.
No, I'm talking about
any negative.
I'm telling you what Brian wrote. Brian wrote that.
In the private, you
In the
should check the private chat more. So,
he wrote, you dropped me down. You want to drop me down for something for the same reason. I'm out of here. But he was the only one acting bad. That's why he dropped him down.
He was over here showing off because he was on.
He dropped down. I didn't drop.
I was just reading what he was writing.
Sancho, can you mute that mic, please, dude? Like, it's killing the chat, bro. Sorry, not trying to bust balls.
I've not looked, but I'm about to. But I'm pretty sure your panel's still probably being mirrored.
So I think Sancho wants to say something, so I'm going to let him go. But I would just like to say,
sure.
Go ahead, Shelley.
There's a lot of strong personalities on my panel. There's a lot of extroverts on my panel. Okay, and we all have very strong opinions about each other. And there's a lot of resentments, and there's a lot of things that have been said and things that have hurt other people. So we are fired up. Okay, I don't see a solution other than the slights and the cut downs that we're doing tonight. And that's just
I thought it was fair, Shelley.
It's just perpetuating the problem.
See, the problem is, Shelley, no one was slating and cutting anyone down other than Brian.
But
I mean, I thought I did really well. I thought I was respectful. I listened to his plight. I answered his questions. I unfortunately didn't get to ask many or any of my own. So I would like to invite Mr. Sessions back to finish our one-on-one conversation. But I would say this is that, you know, his answers and responses speak volumes on his character.
And does this is like a question for the entire panel. Do y'all realize that most of the hostility displayed is all generated from one source? And that's a real question for you yourself, Shelley. Do you realize that?
I just want Shelley and KY Packer fans to see what's up. And I don't think they've seen it yet. I think they're still going to be on his panel tomorrow.
Hold on, CFW. Wait a second. Finish up, DFK. Finish up what you were saying.
I was done, but do you realize that a lot of the hostility that is being displayed on your panel tonight right now stems from one source, and that one source is NNE, Brian Sessions.
Okay,
AKA
Brian, how can you redeem yourself tonight? What can
he doesn't want to redeem
himself. Where do we start? Apparently, there's a lot of pissed off people at you, Brian. How can you
I got it for you.
For yourself
I got it.
Name calling, without being a jerk?
Check this out. This is where, before you do, let me say this. Brian can do this. If he wants to find a starting point, the best thing that you can do is to say, you know what? I have created false narratives with no sources, allegations with no sources. I am the source of these allegation, rumors, and slander. Right. And at the point that he takes accountability, like he wants out of anybody else, right? The same kind of accountability you supposedly want out of these tyrants. Well, guess what? Like, your actions are worse than the tyrants that I fight against. Just saying.
He's never going to do that.
And I don't know why. I don't know why you don't turn your back on him.
But hold on. But he just said earlier when I asked him, "Do you apologize and do you admit when you're wrong?" And he said yes. I said, "Do you forgive freely?" He said yes.
But you know that's a lie.
Brian, but Brian, have you done any wrong to the people on the panel tonight? And if you have, come up and just admit it. I'm not saying that they're going to forgive you or anything like that, but just admit if you've done something wrong. I know there's been some accusations, and they are not true. They are not good. They are just out of anger.
Shelley, do you believe them?
To piss
do you believe the allegations you're doing? We're telling. Do you believe us?
Bullshit. I don't believe that.
Do you believe us?
I had to step back.
You believe us? What I mean, do you guys believe what we're trying to tell y'all? Because
DFK, stop talking over people. Jesus Christ.
Yeah,
do you wear earbuds? Can hear other people talking?
I can't hear anybody else talking. I thought it was just me.
No, CFW's not you. You're talking,
if you guys
DFK just overruns you.
Yeah, put on your earbuds, and that actually does help to keep things regulated a little better.
Can I hear from KY? I would love to hear what KY actually thinks about some of this.
Hey, quick, Quiver. I'm sorry. I just started.
Sorry, Paulie.
My breath and done.
I think that's sticky. Is that sticky or?
No, it's Quick Quiver.
Well, it's Quick Quiver now. Sticky
I haven't heard you talk hardly at all.
Hey, I wanted to say something to Bird real quick. So Shelley has been with NNE for a long time on that panel, and Brian hasn't always been as bad as he is now. He's getting progressively worse and worse. And I think that she wants everyone to be friends so that it's hard for her to
in a unicorn world. Look at Polly.
it's hard for her to just walk away. And so I think we got to give her a little bit of leeway to come to see the light and stuff. You know what I mean? We can't. I know she might have been on panel when stuff was said that upset you or whatever.
Yeah, to Zombie and to DFK and that's just
and I'll be honest. Like I don't hold any reservation against Shelley, despite what I've seen in participations on panels. I think all in all that there's room for us all to get along. Well, I should say some of us to get along. I would like to invite Shelley to spend some time on our side of the fence. I really would encourage you to really just spend, because there is some really good and great auditors, right? And I would like to see you actually be able to see the separation between what is a frauditor, what is an auditor, what is someone that's doing things with malice, and who are the real patriots of this movement. Because at the point that we're blinded, if we're blinded by lies and deception and the frauditors, and we're not focusing in on the truth and justice of what the First A and the 14th Amendment in particularly are supposed to stand for, then we're all going to fucking fail at the end. We have to be able to police ourselves before we start policing others.
And Bird, one thing that's difficult is when Shelley does come, because she was on NNE for so long and on panels and stuff. I ran into the same thing. When she does come to Paulie's or to Sancho's or to other places, she does get attacked at times. Not attacked might not be the same.
I hear you, but I got attacked too.
And that's troll. I get it.
Paulie, wait, hold on.
Hold on, I'm going to talk though, because I want to show what changes. Listen, I was right there in the mix of everything, right? When I left, I took my fucking blows from these guys. I took many blows from these guys. But eventually they learn to trust me, learn to love me, learn to have fun with me and enjoy each other's company. It can happen for her also.
I agree, Paul. Don't you think you're a bit thicker skinned than she is? Like,
well, let's lighten the load. Let's make a pact not to allow people to attack Shelley and to give her that warm welcome. I think that's really what this is about. Like I said, let's build bridges where they need to be, and let's burn the ones down that shouldn't have been built in the first place. And I think if we do that, we all win. We all win.
Listen, I don't disagree with that. Listen, I got with Shelley and Sasha Craner. Now, have you had any problems in the last couple of days with Sasha?
Nope.
Hey, I didn't get with you.
Okay. Can I speak for a second now?
I'm just saying.
I'm in agreement with Bird, saying we should all defend Shelley. I'm in agreement with Paula, saying that we should welcome her with open arms. I was on a panel one night, and Shelley's name came up, and they started bashing, and I jumped in the middle of that shit with both feet. I jumped in the middle of that shit with both feet. I was there, and I got a lot of flack over that. And I told one of the other people on panel, it's like, hey, she's in any control right now. We have all been there.
You said there's still hope for her. She's not a lost cause. I remember that shit. That's actually a quote from you.
This was another NNE follower at some point. I'm not going to
hold on. Let's stop there real quick. How did that make you feel when you read that comment, Shelley?
Well, whenever he said you're not a lost cause,
how did it make you feel?
I have my own voice, DFK. If I choose to go on his side, if I choose to go on your side, it has nothing to do with my ability to have confidence to be able to make decisions.
So let's talk about your objectiveness and your decision
lost
making.
Cause, I didn't like that too much at all.
Yeah, okay. So somewhat offense. You took somewhat of offense to it because you feel like it downplays your ability to cognitively make decisions for yourself and or be objective. Yeah. I think that's fair. I think that's a very valid feeling. What would you feel like, Shelley, if I told you that it's my opinion that your feelings and your personal opinions haven't been respected on certain sides of the fence? Would you agree to that, or would you think that that's a misconception?
I would agree with that. Yeah,
okay.
I would agree.
So just let me tell you this, and the proof's always in the pudding, or like I say, like things always expose themselves with time. So let me tell you that if you spend a little bit of time with Paulie on his channel, right? Spend a little time on mine. I'm sure you can come check out 10th Man. Jeff is here. Carolina Fort Worth is always in these panels too. I think that you'll find that we often disagree with things, but we'll always respect your opinion.
Yes.
We're always going to respect you as a person and your ability to cognitively think for yourself. And we're not going to downplay that unless your name's Joe Cool. He does kind of, he kind of slaps it in there a few times, but and it's a rough crowd. Like you said, a lot of strong personalities. I've kind of been being able to break through that a little bit and step back from my strong personality and start focusing in on these questions. Right. And that's how you see me have this interesting conversation with Mr. Sessions tonight. The reason he responded the way he did is because ultimately by me expressing it the way I did and then asking the questions I did, he had no answers that he could say without ultimately incriminating himself or making himself look worse. So what's the easy out? Leave.
If I may step in, the other night I jumped up on NNE's panel and I tried to talk to him really nice, man to man, okay?
Yep.
And, just ask them some questions and whatnot, and for us to talk like men. But no, Sticky and whoever else was up there was like, fuck him, get him off, quick quiver, and all that, and that's fine. You can say what they want.
I doubt Quick Quiver.
They didn't let us talk. They didn't let us talk, and naturally he went with them. Yeah, okay, and all I did was like, Brian, why would you do this, and that? And he couldn't answer the question, and then everybody starts yelling at Brian, get him off the panel, get him off the panel. And I came up so respectful, Shelley, so respectful. And hey, he kicked me off fine. That's good. But look, we're still here trying to fucking to come to some sort of understanding with each other.
Well, welcome to the list, Murph. The ban list is long.
Yeah.
I think that we can all agree with that, right? The blocked list on that channel is huge.
Yeah, I mean, you can't even say hello without even getting blocked.
Listen,
and you know who I owe a grateful thanks to? Paulie, because Paulie lets us all up there, whether what side we're on, to talk, and that, Shelley, and a couple of other people on this panel.
I gotta say something about Paulie. Paulie, did you see my most recent video?
No. What was it? A picture of me in there? How did you confess
if you could put it up, you're the one. You're the one who said what I said in my video. I said, and they said, but I meant, and you said. You told me when I wanted to leave because everything was just like coming at me. I didn't want to deal with the drama, and I wanted to go. And you said, Shelley, are you going to give up all that hard work you did for your channel? You guys realize how many hours I put into my channel to help entertain people, to help educate people? My goal is for us to get on the same page where we've come together for this one particular reason, and that is to either entertain like Paulie does, while some will educate and some will go out into the field and confront these police or film the police. And that's my goal, is for us to get past the drama and to get into the real meat and potatoes of things.
Shelley, remember when you made the
talk
video?
about ideas and goals.
Shelley, remember when you made the video? This is the last goodbyes or whatever it was, right? Look how many of us came up. Okay, I think there was more.
That's what I was saying. Well, what Paulie said to me, Paulie, can you play that video for me?
That came to tell you not to give up and all that. Then, and you just had Brian, Shelley, no, don't do it. I mean, we came, Shelley, do not give up. Come on, you have to learn to have the thick skin and whatnot. And we talked to you nicely and respectfully. We didn't dog you out. Because fucking, come on, Shelley, we've all known each other for a while, but at the same time, listen, if you choose to be friends with Brian, that's fine. But I just want you to open up your eyes. You do not deserve to be treated like shit. You're a beautiful person. Everybody up here is a beautiful person. And we all need to be treated with fucking kindness and love. And if we can't be treated like that, we don't need that person in our life.
So I'm curious here, and that was beautifully spoke, by the way, brother. KY, what is your opinion on all this? Like, does this change your viewpoint at all? Does this just kind of fall on your ears deafly, and like you don't mind the way things are?
Doesn't fall on my ears deaf. I don't know all the facts on both sides, so I'm kind of like Shelley. I'm kind of stuck in the middle. Okay, I'd want to be friends with everybody but I don't like all the disrespect, talking, calling names, doxing, all that stuff.
It's bullshit.
It's
fucking bullshit.
Let me talk. You asked me?
Absolutely. I'm interested.
Came by my house the other night, 5 o'clock in the morning, and set our alarms off again.
I'm sorry about that. I'll tell them to stop.
I honestly think that has to do with any of us.
I don't know what it has to do with.
All right, and then you also said something about you got your tire slashed and all this shit.
No, I never said
that something to do with us.
Flash.
Come on,
no one
man.
ever slashed my tires. I never said that.
Well, it sounded like you implied it, but you know what? It's okay. You know
I was
what?
threatened. People
Shelley,
told me they wish I
understand.
died in Vietnam.
Shelley,
You know.
Shelley, I can understand. No, let me finish. Shelley, I can understand because Shelley, she's the type that like she cares for everybody and whatnot, and like people don't understand her and whatnot, and people don't, there's certain people
I'm kind
that
of
don't like
eccentric,
her,
yeah.
and that's fine. She, nobody's is entitled to like anybody from anybody saying, "Hey, you gotta like this person." And
Well, check this out though, KY. So you don't
wait,
have to like
let me
fully
finish.
know. Oh, I'm sorry,
Can I
Mars.
finish?
Good. Yeah, man, my fault.
Let me finish. Shelley, you don't have to like anybody. We're not forcing you to like anybody or be friends with anybody. But I can understand where you're coming from. I'm the type of dude, I try to get along with everybody. You know that, okay? I try that my best with Brian. Now, with bitch tits, no, because I do not approve of when it comes to that adult abusing, okay? I don't play that, and that's it. And I'm going to leave that like that. But anyway,
yeah, I know. I don't like that.
KY Packer, okay, you had things done to you, and maybe I'm wrong. Maybe I'm hearing something different that I don't know. I wish you would tell us. But if you got ripped off, I wish you would speak about it. And be honest. There's no shame. There's no shame, bro. Nobody's gonna shame you.
Yeah, Murph, but that's not his financials. But his financials are none of our business.
You know what?
That's private business between me and him. What I do about it is my business. Whether I file a small claim suit or ask him to repay me, or beg him to repay me, or whatever I do, it's my business.
You don't have to explain it to me.
Can I
Hammer time. KY has his own mind. He doesn't co-sign any lies or anything like that.
He doesn't have to explain nothing to any of us. But if that happened to him, hey, we got your back, and we understand because this happened to a lot of us.
Can I
hold on?
That we know.
Fuck. All right.
Well, just real quick.
Murph, let him.
Go ahead, Murph. I'm done.
I don't remember this for a fact, but I'm 99% sure that you came up on a panel and brought it up, and that's how we all know that you all did.
Quiver. Love him.
So you kind of brought it to us by coming up on that panel and saying it. So you can't, you know what I'm saying? Like you, can you answer to that, or what? Do you remember doing that or no?
Who are you talking to?
KY.
Yes.
He's talking to you.
I believe you came up on a panel and brought it up. Like you.
No. Josh brought it up on a live panel and admitted that he borrowed money from me and that he was going to pay me back.
Okay. And if you don't want to talk about it, that's fine. I was pretty sure you were the one that brought it up.
Listen, that's the end of it. Between me and him and what I've done and what I will do. But the point is, I'm like Shelley. I don't like all the disrespect when even if someone's calling you a name, you're a big boy or girl, you listen to it, let it roll off your back, and have enough respect to let them finish what they're saying before you start shouting back at them. That's why a lot of times I just sit here quiet, because I grew up in a big family. I know how it is. I had 4 brothers, and we're all alphas.
Yeah.
Strong personalities have a hard time all getting along, but the point is, you have to have enough respect to let them finish if you want respect.
Thank you.
Yeah, sometimes, every now and again, you got to jump in on these panels because Murph, I love you, bro, but you can go on for a day.
I'm sorry.
Very true. He says that you're slow to speak, brother, but long-winded.
Yeah.
Well, I try to get my point
wrong. I was just like,
it's all good. I understand. No problem.
Thanks, Tim.
Okay, guys, I'm going to jump out. I just wanted to come in and talk to Brian. I got what I wanted done. I just wanted Shelley to know that there's other places for her. KY,
Thanks, Tim.
Come on, man. Get on the.
Thanks
get
for
on
being
the
here,
program.
CFW.
And it,
Bye.
Murph,
Bye.
All right, Shelley, I have to go back to
I
my
was gonna
panel,
ask
but
you
I just want to let you know.
to play my video real quick because I can't play it on mine.
I can't find the timestamp. I was looking for it for the last 5 minutes.
No, I put it here in the chat.
I believe
the
it's
video
only
she
2
wanted
minutes.
to be played.
I believe it's only 2 minutes long total, Polly.
I'll do that, but I still want to talk, guys. Hold on.
See,
My
it's right
point
there.
is this. Listen, hold on. The point is this. When I want you to know, when I left over there and told Brian, I told Josh to suck my dick and what I thought of him, and came over. I didn't know what was going to fucking happen. But let me tell you something on a serious note. All the people that we might have thought was trolls or fucking dickheads, I can promise you, all those people I have now made relationships with, and I am so much happier on this side. And I know you don't want to call it that side or this side, but I am so much happier. I'm just so much happier. I talk to these people every day. They have my back. We talk about things in Discord. They actually care. They'll contact, man, what's wrong? You haven't really spoke all day. I mean, fucking Andrew a couple of days ago, while I was on my date, called me because he hadn't heard from me all day. And he's like, "Oh well, I didn't know you're live on my panel now."
Yeah.
You know what I mean? I can tell you, it's like night and day, though. It's really
isn't the bond amazing that we all have? The bond that we all have.
I think so. I think so, Murph.
Yeah,
I
we
mean,
got a fucking amazing
I think that's
bond.
that's what's kept me here this entire time.
We got a great bond, all of us. We
hold each other accountable, and we don't tolerate bullshit.
I was just gonna say. There's Paul. You've been held accountable since you came over too, right? Like people come to you and say, "Hey, stop doing this, stop doing that," and talk to you about it behind the scenes and as a friend, and you've listened to them. So it's not all.
Or I might not listen, but at least I told him why. You know what I mean? But
it's not an echo chamber.
I'm so much happier, Shelley, when you can speak your mind and not feel like you have to shut your mouth because you're gonna fucking ruin something for someone. Yeah. I'm just saying, man. All joking aside, it's a lot better thing. So I got to go over because Asian's running the panel, and I feel bad.
I'll be back over there in a minute, Paulie. I just wanted to finish up on a couple things here first, if you don't mind.
Absolutely, man.
Paul, I'm not lying. Your channel's going a lot better.
Before you guys start, I just want to say quick. I know sometimes I talk a lot, and forgive me if I do. I try to get my point across as best as I could for everybody to understand, and and not in a bad way, in the best way that I could to explain.
Well, and you have good points, Murph. So don't feel like we're being harsh on you there. We're just saying you're a little long-winded sometimes.
Of course not.
I love you, Murph. You know that.
Love you guys.
I got your back, bro.
Thank you.
So I mean, ultimately, so I understand, Anarchicchic and KY, dude. I understand that you guys don't have the same understanding that I have around what has recently transpired with Brian, and that you guys have been kind of blind to it. However, you guys were able to at least see it happen tonight, and I think that being said, and to take logic and reason and throw that to the wayside, and then allow things to transpire the way that they just did. I think that, hopefully you guys see it for what it is.
Shut the fuck up, Bird.
Really, Sticky? So you think it's okay to attack people's children?
Don't be disrespectful.
Well, I just gotta tell them.
Here's what I have to say.
I just gotta tell them.
Shelley, I got that video.
Yo, DFK. No, he was
Don't do that,
speaking.
Shelley.
Well, I'll let you guys just take back over and promote whatever you'd like.
Thank you, Bird.
I know that's Sticky.
Go lay in your nest.
No worries, Sticky. I'll let you get to it. But remember this. At the end of the day, KY.
Milk the titty. Milk the titty. Just milk the titty.
Go back and look at the eyes of my kid, dude, that ultimately is being attacked.
Hey, Bird.
Okay? That your friend wants to attack.
Shelley, don't let him.
Sticky, do me a favor. Go fuck yourself and stop.
No, it's okay.
Okay?
Have fun with it. Have fun with it, Sticky, because with me, bro, you have no voice, Sticky.
Stop eating sausage,
you're a sticky fucking cummy bitch. You got shit all over your ass. That's why you got the name.
You know how to speak sentences, bro. I'm surprised. I'm surprised you can talk, bro.
Quick quiver. Go ahead.
Here's what I have to. You've never heard Shelley or I accuse people of doing this or being that. we may be on a panel, but you don't hear us agreeing or disagreeing because we're in the middle. All right. I don't like being in the middle, but I don't have to agree, but I don't have to disagree. All right. That's if two people have a problem.
I can't 100%, but KY, I can't 100% agree with anybody except Quickquiver.
I can't understand you. You're roboting. I'm sorry.
Everybody else, You're welcome. So I can't 100% agree with anybody because we have the positives and we have the negatives.
Yep.
Everybody does. And when we talk about sides, it's like the one side outweighs the other, like majorly. Brian came up and his back is against the wall. I am the person who's going to fight for the fucking
Don't fucking
underdog,
talk
the
about
one
Brian,
who's getting
Shelley.
teamed up upon.
Don't talk about Brian. You're the one that fucking lost out.
Hey,
You're the one that did it. You're the one that did it.
Really?
You are.
Sticky,
You are,
really?
Yes. This ain't
Sticky, it's
Sticky.
her panel. She can talk about whatever the fuck she wants.
Oh yeah,
I'm missing
DFK,
out.
drink another one,
No,
bro.
Sticky,
Drink another one, bro.
She can do what the fuck she wants.
Drink another
That's
one.
what I'm talking about.
See, that's the animosity I'm not looking for.
This is what I'm talking about.
That's what
This is
I'm
what I'm
not
talking
looking
about.
for.
Just boot him down,
wasn't like
Shelley.
Brian's. This is not like Brian's.
Just boot him down. He's worthless.
Yeah, Quickquiver, you queer. You faggot. That's what you are. That's what you are.
To be fair, I don't like that's
Quickquiver.
No, I don't like the
Want to
names.
troll people? You want to troll people? Huh? You want to troll people?
All right, that's it. That's it. I can't.